You may start now.
Hello everyone. Today we're all here to discuss on whether advertisement brings more benefits or bad ones to society. So I would like to start off by saying that I personally think that advertisements can bring benefits to society. How about you guys?
You have raised a great point. Nowadays, advertising is almost everywhere, from daily necessities to luxury goods and cosmetics to popular culture. For example, the Hong Kong-based boy band Mira. I agree with you that the advertising do have some positive effect on the society. For example, like the government has adopted some anti-smoking advertisement. They promote anti-smoking message to the general public, creating a smoke-free environment to the society. And by the same token, some policy-related advertisements also benefit the society as a whole, like encouraging people to get vaccinated and etc. The mass media can be fully utilized in order to have a considerable and favorable promoting effect on the message to the society. So do you have other positive effects of advertising on the society?
Yes, have you guys received any advertising message before? Recently, I have been received a advertising message about a healthcare product, and I think one of the positive effects to the society is people can know more, can care about more about their personal health through the advertising. And I have received a healthcare product which is about help us to prevent heart disease, and which can help us to know raise our awareness of heart disease. What do you think?
I agree with your point, but I also have another point to add with the advantages of advertising. I believe that it can stimulate the economy. Since advertisements can encourage people to spend more, then the businesses will earn more, and thus the economy will improve, especially in times of crisis like the COVID-19 situation.
Yeah, I think that's a great point on how you mentioned advertisements can make more people buy and therefore make the economy better in general. I think other than that, it can also play a very important role in society. For example, advertisements can be used to educate and convey messages to the public so that awareness can be raised on important issues like, for example, you also mentioned on smoking, and it's important for advertisements to convey that message. So do you guys think that except for positive effects, advertisements can also bring negative effects?
Candidate D has mentioned a great point that advertising is also having a great impact on the society as a whole and is stimulating the economy, and like candidate D has mentioned that also can convey messages to the society. And doubtlessly, there's a flip side to everything. Advertising do have some negative impact on the society. And for the most meaningful point that bring drawbacks to the society is about the materialism, because nowadays, as it's known to all, merchants and firms are always keen on maximizing their profit. They will make use of advertisement to shed light on the products. Moreover, some celebrities with a huge fan base will also be invited to help them to promote their products. They greatly lure the customers to pour money onto their products, so without taking a careful thinking and consideration. So I think advertising do encourage people to purchase some goods without taking a careful consideration, and this is the negative impact of advertising on society. So do you
mean a lot of the message that we are being exposed to may not be telling us the full pictures? That means some of the enterprise may hide some side effects of the product, and so as a customer don't know some of the side effects and just buy the product, and it may harm to our health.
Agreed. Well, this is a serious problem due to multiple firms wanting to maximize income while only having experimental products or having products without facts, so that more people will be encouraged to buy them without being aware to the health issues or other issues that may be associated to the product. There's also the issue of scams. Many people now utilize advertisements to make people believe in their products and buy them, and eventually scam them of all their money. This has been reported on several TV news before.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like your point about scamming people. I think it's very important for people nowadays to be aware that advertisement may not always be true. In terms of scamming, what exactly do you mean? Do you mean, for example, like the weight loss pills that might cause health effects, or maybe in terms of money?
I mean, the weight loss pills are obviously a form of scamming because they withhold much information from people, saying that it can reduce their weight significantly. But many people find their weight without a drastic decrease in weight as promised by the product. However, there's also another type of scam which tells people to buy their services and then suddenly disappear, and the money also disappears with them. That is the main problem in the society, and it is prevalent in Hong Kong.
Exactly. You have raised a point, okay, in talking about the drawbacks of the advertising to the society by giving examples of some negative products that should not be promoted to the society. As we know, just the merchants and the firms are always have an eye on their profits, and they just want to promote their products and encourage people to buy them. So I think certain products should not be promoted or should not be promoted in the form of advertisement to the general public. For example, like drugs, like alcohol, like smoking, like cigarettes. These products have clearly an devastating impact on the health of the society and to whole general public. So do you think there are any other products that should not be promoted to the society?
I see eyes to eyes with you. Some of the products should not be advertising. For example, as you mentioned, drug, especially for teenagers, because teenagers don't have the sense of which product is good for them or not. Teenagers may increase because of increasing their self-esteem or some others factor, and then just try to take drugs because of friends, maybe others things. Do you have any experience for your friend have taken drugs because of advertising?
Not really, but I think the advertising will also have a promoting effect on some products.
But that's time's up for part A, group discussion, and we'll move on to part B, where we do the individual responses. So let's start with candidate A. And
hold on, let me organize.
Of course, me
Actually,
too.
I was so confused because the previous group, the sequence is A, B, C, D.
Yeah, me too. And now it's
So when I was jotting down the
Flipped.
notes, I thought you were candidate D. I literally put it down on candidate D, and I saw your whatever sign on it is A, and I have to swap it. So I was so confused. And you
Maybe we
guys
should run it better next time.
just put it down. Just put down your surname as well, so I can hardly know whose surname is Wong, Leung, Lin. And I was like, what's going on? Okay. Anyway, for candidate A, right? Okay. Finally reorienting myself.
Yep. So for candidate A, what kinds of advertisements do you like? You have 1 minute to respond, and you may start now.
Yeah.
Particularly, I love advertisement related to some popular culture. As a teenager, I always keep an eye on the popular culture, like popular music or some popular band, etc. Like this. Just take an example, like the Hong Kong-based boy band Mira. They are making waves in today's society, and we can see advertisement on them everywhere, like on the buildings and on some MTR station, etc. It really aroused me because it shows the positive image of them, and which convey me to learn more and to gain more understanding on them. And other from that, the popular culture is not only related to music scenes, and we also have some film scenes like the recent movie that is the Warriors in the Future that a Hong Kong-based movie that will draw people into the cinema to enjoy the movie. So I think this kind of advertisement will attract me the most.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That's very nice. And let's move on to candidate B. For you, do you find advertisements entertaining? You have 1 minute to respond, and you may start now.
I definitely think an advertisement can be really entertaining, like such as if I'm watching TV and I see advertisement from the government or from other organizations, they tend to try to make up a storyline with characters to convey their message. I think it's really interesting how they use different characters and try to mimic the society to help people have a sense of belonging, like they can relate to the advertisement as well, so it can make them follow what the advertisements want more. So I think advertisements are usually really entertaining because it's really important for advertisements to attract the attention of its consumers, so it can attract them to keep watching the advertisement. So I think advertisements are generally really entertaining for me.
Thank you.
Yes, and let's move on to candidate C. So, candidate C, are there any negative effects of advertisements that advertisements may have on young children? So, are there any negative effects that advertisement may have on young children?
You have 1 minute to respond. You may start.
Now.
There is a lot of type of advertisement. For example, toys or clothes or the government advertisement. I think most of the advertisement is good for the child, but most.
I want to repeat the question. Are there any negative effects of advertising on
Yes,
young
but
people?
some of them really have a negative impact on young people. For example, some of the advertisement will copy some of the action, dangerous action, such as martial art, and some of the children, young people, will follow their action, and it may harm to their health.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And for candidate D, which attracts more customers, a quality product or a good advertisement? So you have 1 minute to respond, and you may start now.
If you are talking about the short-term effects, I believe it's the one with the good advertisements, because people will be drawn to the good advertisements in flocks and to try out the new products like the advertisements promised them. However, for long-term effects, I believe it's the quality products, because after a long time, more and more news will circulate on the internet about the good products. And more and more people will eventually try the quality products. And after they have tried it, they will buy it again, which brings more long-term benefits to the quality products. However, for the one of the good advertisements, there may be detriments to the products. And eventually, the government or people will be able to figure the side effects out, and they will stop buying it and start to badmouth it on the internet. So as such, very few people will ever trust this product or even company.